I mean, when it comes to me and the work that I do, like I said, I put I put my all into every record I do. Like when I say I have 12-hour sessions, I have 12-hour sessions for every song. Like I'm not rushing to mix. I'm not rushing to get out the studio to go party. I don't do none of that shit. And that's what people fuck with me for, because they see me put this passion into every song. Like I'm not. I mean, all these other engineers, I'm not trying to throw salt on nobody or nothing like that, but I feel these other dudes are just doing it just to get a quick check. You know what I'm saying? Man, I got into engineering just the most randomest way, bro. I was doing ringtones at my grandma's house for some kids I went to high school with, some of the homies, you know what I'm saying? They came through. Back in the day, that was a thing. You would put like your own special voice ringtones on the Nextel, like the 860s or the, you know what I'm saying, the 730s, and shit, that turned into recording full songs for the homies, and I just got into the art of recording that way. I was kind of raised in the computer era, you know what I'm saying? I was stuck on the computer all day long, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure that out. My uncle was a computer engineer, you know what I'm saying? So I was always raised around, you know what I'm saying, high-tech stuff. And you know what I'm saying, I was just alone by myself, you know what I'm saying? I had an older brother, but he was doing his own thing, you know what I'm saying, whatever he was doing. So I was just by myself, just trying to figure stuff out, trying to figure life out, you know what I'm saying? I was raised by my grandparents, so she was still off doing her, you know, so my grandma was off doing her own thing, trying to, you know what I'm saying, get money for us. And my grandpa, you know, they're both Polish descent, so, you know, they didn't speak too much English, so, you know, I had to kind of learn the language just so I can, you know what I'm saying, talk to them, you know. So it was hard, but it was kind of fun, because, like I said, I learned life real early, you know what I'm saying. I kind of figured things out on my own, and we made it here I am today.
Do you speak Polish?
I do. Yeah, Dzień dobry, ja jestem Dedek. I have been into music in a sense, but I kind of got into the technical side before I actually got into music, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been a nigga that like West Coast music. I was a big Dre, Snoop, Corrupt fan, just for that gangster shit, you know what I'm saying? Just all the homies I was around, you know what I'm saying? We listened to that shit a lot. But when I got into the technical side of it, that's what really pulled me in, you know what I'm saying? That intrigued me more than the actual lyrics. Like, damn, these niggas really put a song together. Let me fuck with that more than just me trying to be a producer, me trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to make beats or trying to rap, you know what I'm saying? Now, I was supposed to transfer to Washington State. I was at West LA College at the time until I ruptured a few discs and had some bulging discs, some accident on the field. So yeah, I was at a JC. I was supposed to transfer, but you know what I'm saying, my ball dreams kind of failed. Master, no, I don't feel I still haven't mastered it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a student in the game. You know what I'm saying? In this field, there's so much to learn. You can learn things every day. You know what I'm saying? I've been engineering professionally for about maybe 5 years now, but I've been training myself for the past maybe 8 years. The first program I used to record, bro, it was Fruity Loops. Like, people usually use Fruity Loops to make beats, but I was using it to record and track. And I started with Fruity Loops. I moved to Acid Pro. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, let me go back. I started on Cool Edit Pro, like this old school program. I started with that, and then I moved up to Fruity Loops, and then Acid Pro, and then I got into Pro Tools. I wasn't experienced none, bro. When I first came to TD, bro, Punch, he was doing all the engineering. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he was doing all the engineering. And when I met Punch, I was just like, I was already intrigued in the art of engineering, and I wanted to learn more, and that's how I kind of approached him. Like, yo, I just want to, you know what I'm saying, if you could help me, you know what I'm saying, further my career in this music industry, in this field of engineering. And at the time, I didn't know that that's what he was doing, you know what I'm saying, for the camp. So he brought me in, he showed me the basics, and I just took it from there, you know what I'm saying. I just sat in front of the computer hours and years and months, and just, you know what I'm saying, just in front of the computer trying to figure it out, and it worked out for me. To be honest, I have lost a few sessions. I got chewed out by a few of the homies for losing some sessions, some pretty important sessions. But hell yeah, bro, I was a fan of J-Rock, bro. That nigga was, man, killing in the streets, bro. Especially in high school, my nigga, he had this Walt's Finest Volume 2 out. And that's the one Dave used to pass around my high school. He used to work there. And that motherfucker used to eat the streets out, bro. It's just some gangster shit. Niggas just love riding to it. Yeah, I was a fan. I was a big fan of J-Rock back when Kendrick was K-Dot. I don't. I'm learning how to play the keys now. I'm learning my notes just while I'm in the studio fucking around. Like, it's something about just notes and doing that shit. It's just, I fuck with it. Yeah. I like Sound Toys a lot. Sound Toys, Isotope, they got a lot of dope stuff. I don't know, just the Sound Toys, you can just do so much. You can freak a vocal in so many different ways. You can do some outrageous things. You can do some crazy things just image-wise, you know what I'm saying? You can make things sound like 3D. You can make things sound like spinning around your head when you listen to a mix, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I like to do most about my mixes. I like to do something different, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to sound, I don't feel there's no limits to it. I don't feel there's no set template, you know what I'm saying, for a mix. So when it comes to using different plugins, I want to use each plugin differently, where I could take this mix and take it to the next level, where it feels like I have something flying by your head, or, you know what I'm saying, I got some hi-hats sound like they're just tapping around your ears, or, you know what I'm saying, something crazy. Any plugin I like using, I want to make sure I use it to the best of the ability and try to get the best sound. And I mean, when I first get a project, I like to listen to it top to bottom first. I like to get a feel for what I'm about to touch. Like I said, I'll listen to it, ride to it for a little bit. I try to just see what vision they had, the artists. I would see what vision the artists had for the songs before I try to add my 2 cents to it. You know, I like to add and try to do certain things to records that make certain parts of the song stand out. If it's a panning effect, if it's some delays, or if it's some distortion effects, or if it's anything like that, I like to try to just add something to the record. But from the beginning stages, I like to just listen to it top to bottom and see where I would fit in. You know what I'm saying? Where each record, what pocket each record fits in, you know what I'm saying? I think all my sessions are long, bro. I always work 12-hour blocks. I would think at the final stages of Q's album, Oxymoron, I was literally locked in the studio for 3 days. I did a 3-day straight session at a studio, and it was 3 days straight trying to wrap up those mixes. Just sleeping in there, waking up, 2-3 hours here and there, going to sleep. Now, the crazy thing about me and my mixes is I would, when I'm mixing, I don't even listen to the song, really. I don't listen to the lyrics as much as people would think. You know, I have people that sit in the studio when we smoking, chilling, they'll come sit in the studio for me. You know what I'm saying, for hours with me, and they just get up and leave because they're tired of hearing this one little loop I have back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they're like, damn, you don't get tired of that shit? And I'm like, nah, I'm not listening to that. I'm listening to the sound of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to the dynamics of the vocal, the different instruments. I'm trying to, like I said, make those fit in their certain pockets. The amount of input artists let me have is kind of amazing because they let me just do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I guess at this point they trust my ear and where I could take a record. So they would just give it to me or give me like a rough for the record and just say, do your shit. You know what I'm saying? They know I'll try to do some wild shit to it to make certain, like I said, make certain things stand out. And they just trust my ear. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing, and that comes from just sitting in the studio with RTD artists for hours, and I know each and one of these guys' sound. I know where they want to go with the records. I know how they want their vocals to sound. You know what I'm saying? They trusted me, and that's a blessing because that's what took me and made me who I am today. It's my favorite song to date is Cartoons and Cereal by Kendrick. That's my favorite record to this day. I don't know, something about that record does something. It just turns me up. It turns everybody up. It's just that bounce, it's that trap shit that niggas really fuck with. And I feel that, and it's an old song that we did called Sex with Society. Some old record that we dropped. I think we dropped it before Cartoons this year. That's one of my favorite records. You can kind of tell what records are my favorite because I do the most on them. Like if it's some wild shit that, you know what I'm saying, those are the records that I really fuck with and put my, you know what I'm saying, 300% into it, you know. People would say it has a sound now, you know, Mustard and YG, that they're doing a thing with you know what I'm saying, with that sound and what they're doing. Man, it's just so much great artists and great music coming out of LA. I wouldn't want to just say it has one specific sound, you know what I'm saying? It's everywhere right now and it's all amazing. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we was coming up doing it, there wasn't, you know what I'm saying, the West, or just music in general, it wasn't nothing. Like we wasn't doing the same thing where everybody was doing. Like when we dropped Section 80, like all that shit was different, you know what I'm saying? So I would say we was creating our own sound. You know what I'm saying? People wasn't really fucking, or people wasn't even fucking with us, or people wasn't even, our attention. We wasn't catching really no one's attention really, you know what I'm saying? So we say, you know what, let's just do us, you know what I'm saying? Let's have fun with it, let's just do what we think sounds great. And that's the Section 80 is the product of that. Well, Good Kid, I would say, is a story of a kid looking through the window, looking outside at the bullshit what's going on in Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? A good kid in the mad city, seeing what's going on, but not involved in it. You know what I'm saying? YG's album, My Crazy Life, that was a nigga that was just a young nigga that was inside the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're both from the city. Man, both those records, they're so similar to me. Like I said, the stories and where they both came from and that whole scene, you know what I'm saying, is so important to me because everybody in our era, in our age range, they can relate to that. They can relate to those, every story in each of those albums they can relate to, especially myself. I'm so partial to those because I've been through damn near, if not all of it, half of the shit they both talk about, you know what I'm saying? I feel that's very important. I feel everybody around the world, that's why people fuck with it, because everybody around the world, at least in our age group, they can relate to that. They've been through them same things, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to getting caught up with bitches, or, you know what I'm saying, hitting the house licks trying to get money, because, you know what I'm saying, you couldn't get on your own, or couldn't find a job in the city. You know what I'm saying, we all been through that, you know what I'm saying, so it's amazing to see the world, you know what I'm saying, attached to that and really mess with that, you know what I'm saying, it's dope. He came to me with the idea of what he wanted to do. I kind of helped just piece it together, you know what I'm saying, with the skits and then help piece all that together. The thing with YG's album, I respect that nigga a whole lot because he's really hands-on his music, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people wouldn't think so, but he really, like when we was mixing the shit, like he was in that motherfucker every day with me, like all night, you know what I'm saying? We was in there smoking, drinking, just chilling, having fun, but he was really hands-on. And that kind of helped me take the record to the next level where he wanted, you know what I'm saying, the vision. It helped me just reach to the vision that he had for the record, you know what I'm saying? And yeah. Now me, my whole thing is like our sound that we've created, I want to just keep it with us because I don't feel no one else can do what we're doing, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to YG, that's like my bro, like we, you know what I'm saying, way before, like, you know what I'm saying, way before he was really popping or whatever the situation was, like, you know what I'm saying, we've been in the field, you know what I'm saying, that's my nigga, you know what I'm saying? So just fucking with him, it was like, that's my boy, I want to see my nigga win, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when it comes to me and the work that I do, like I said, I put my all into every record I do. Like when I say I have 12-hour sessions, I have 12-hour sessions for every song. Like I'm not rushing to mix, I'm not rushing to get out the studio to go party, I don't do none of that shit. And that's what people fuck with me for, because they see me put this passion into every song. Like I mean, all these other engineers, I'm not trying to throw salt on nobody or nothing like that, but I feel these other dudes are just doing it just to get a quick check, you know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be like that. The person mixing these records need to be accomplishing these visions that these artists have for each song. You know what I'm saying? I feel the engineer is the guy that's really driving the car behind the records. You know what I'm saying? They're taking the records where they need to go. And I feel when you slack in that part, then the whole everything else fails. You know what I'm saying? You need to be behind it 110% with the artist. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think people really mess with me because of that. You know what I'm saying? They see me at home, you know what I'm saying, doing my edits on my laptop before I get to the session. And then when I get to the session, I go all the way in, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel no one else takes that initiative, you know what I'm saying, and it shows in my work. When it comes to engineering, I'm not looking to branch out, you know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to share the sound with everybody because, like I said, everybody, they wasn't starving with me. They wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are my brothers that, you know what I'm saying, we slept on the floor together, you know what I'm saying? I don't see if it happens, it happens, but I'm not looking for that. At this point, I want to continue this TD movement and continue creating the best sound for my people. You know what I'm saying, and just trying to just take over and continue this wave that we're running right now. I mean, DJing, it was I got into that. It was kind of just Kendrick needed a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always the dude behind the TD music. And it came to a point where it was time for Kendrick to go out and do these shows. And you know what I'm saying? Everything has always been in-house with TD. So I was like, you know, I know these records. I've been with these records from ground up. It's time, let me just see how they translate to the world. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just went out there. Kendrick, he trusted me, and I went out there and we just had fun with it. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing though, just seeing like a record be developed from scratch, like from kick, drum, snare, sound, all the way up to performing in front of 20,000 people. You know what I'm saying? That's the greatest feeling. Greatest feeling.